gets to that CT side, is going to be a real threat.
We've taken a look at our first map, but if we go out now and we just look at the veto in this game in total, I mean, what you guys are saying here, Mongols confident coming in off the back of really good performances, strong firepower. They're looking more and more cohesive. We've got GamerLegion, who seem to be struggling. They've admitted that there is a mental gap here. Now you come in and the pressure is on. Single elimination. I'm concerned that GamerLegion might fall right at the start.
Well, let's have a look, shall we? We are off to the races. It is going to be GamerLegion kicking things off here on the T side, and Techno 4K looking to mow them down. It's not going to work out too well. GamerLegion with great entries here, but Blitz fighting back. We have a 2 versus 1, and here's the aforementioned 9-10 thrust into the clutch, Adam.
Oh, that double kill from Blitz certainly opens up the chance for Mongols, but 9-10 needs to sink too. CTR and Taliesin both with heavy health, and the time will take on. CTR playing it behind the pillar, Taliesin out to the left side. And 9-10 realizes this is such a difficult round for them. They nearly eclipse one another and give them a shot for the lineup, but GamerLegion winning the pistol.
Well, there we go. It kind of came out of nowhere, but the pistol round is complete. Like we said, that B bomb site is going to be tested time and time again, and it is going to be a much-needed pistol victory there for GamerLegion. Nice little B execute, couple of smokes and flashes. In they go and found the entry. Blitz did fight back with a couple of USP shots himself, but not quite enough there as the bomb was planted. 2 versus 1, double swing, and I'm assuming we see the...
I heard a screenshot.
Someone screenshot it, yeah. They was going to get those stats, his early pistol stats in the bag. We got the scouts, the 4 spies here, the MP9 and the UMP.
UMPs, Henry.
Yeah, well, considering the MP9 nerf and the UMP, a lot of players just kind of use it.
I think the last time, you must have been like, it must have been like 2016, 2017, the last time these weapons were viable.
I thought the MP7 would be more prevalent these days, but people are trying out the UMP, and Techno is still got that MP9, and it's working as advertised. It is going to be an opening kill towards in-game leader ZTR as we go 5 on 4, but lots of damage done. Techno and 9-10. Not much HP between the two of them, so going to fall back here and let's hope the scout can find some tags. You still would favor GamerLegion in this round, considering how low the 2 remaining Mongols players are, but 1 minute on the clock and making their way towards the A site, Adam.
Now, you mentioned Fisher a little bit earlier on, and we got to see GamerLegion. That one of the key factors for me that was exciting about GamerLegion, one of the positives we could take, was Taliesin had a hero performance on one of the opening games. He's currently 4-0, so I'm going to be watching him to see if he can step up throughout this competition. We've got 9-10 just waiting in behind the dice box. He's going to gamble with his life. We've got Blitz on the side of the smoke as that smoke is pushed by PR. He comes in with a double, and Taliesin only getting 1 inside of the bathroom. So Senzu up against PR in the clutch. Low HP left in the remaining CT, and he's just going to go down into Con. Bomb is in his possession at the moment. He knows PR has to come towards him.
It really is looking quite favorable for PR. 20 seconds on the clock. He can go to both bomb sites here. He knows that Senzu was coming in from that connected position. Senzu does find an AK-47, but with 29 points of health, I'm not sure there's a whole lot he can do with it. He'll have no kit at him, and at this stage, no utility. I don't even know how you bait PR here. You know you just know he has no kits. You can count to 10 seconds before you even peek.
He's going to bide his time.
I would say save the AK.
Yeah, well, Senzu's still going for it. Still creeping ever closer. Taps on the defuse. No commitment to the defusal itself. And so PR just peeking up will confirm Senzu's not on it. He's won the round here. Senzu's not going to be able to keep that AK unless he sprints away right now with the low HP. That bomb blast is going to be huge. And everybody goes down. Yep, certainly a lot of damage being done and keeping them modest at least.
Yeah, you can just guarantee
he made it away.
Yeah, the fact he saves the AK. So yeah, we get that through, and he did take out 5 players. So they might consider force buying once again. With the AK save, it's a crazy call to make at this point. Maybe even worth a tactical timeout. But still, 5 players going down for GamerLegion will make things problematic going forward. Bear in mind, they get $3,500 per player going into the next round by winning by virtue of the explosion. So still, they're going to be operating with Galils, MAC-10s, and we'll see whether they can actually answer back and keep the streak going. Is this a tactical timeout? It's a very important round, indicative as to where this map will be going. If you're not aware, no one really plays Overpass right now. GamerLegion have played it once, I believe. MongolZ is their first outing on the map, and we'll see what they can do in the round number 3 here. Saved AK-47, and I'm guessing they will force buy after taking all 5 members down.
And coming into a game like today, Ash would have been very aware of the veto. They've had a long time to know their opening matchup here at EWC. So Overpass, the game plan is going to be set up perfectly for them. Just about getting enough done on the CT side to actually give you a shot here for the Mongols in the second half. And I'm interested to see how this T side is going to pan out, what kind of game plan we've got for GamerLegion. I feel like there's going to be a lot of great ideas coming through. It's just whether or not they're going to be allowed to execute it, because Mongols can be so disruptive.
Well, this was the pistol. Rock'em Sock'em Counter-Strike. It's been a fast-paced game so far. Senzu managing to get that final kill, but unable to defuse the bomb. GamerLegion up 2-0 on the T side here. It's Kersey, player we'd like to step up this tournament, show us that he can be a world-class AWPer.
Yeah, it looks like a tech issue. We got no one chit-chatting at the moment. The other game going over on the A stream is currently Na'Vi versus 3D Max. You know, from one French player to a French team, 3D Max haven't necessarily been having the greatest time, and right now it's a decent start for them. They're leading the way versus Na'Vi. We'll see how long that keeps up for, but that action is over on the EWC A stream.
Bear in mind, Adam, as well, with this patch, it's not really talked about too much. Every kill the CTs get is an extra $50 per player. Yeah. So you can get $250 extra after taking down 5 players there. So that's exactly what they've done. They've gone for the force buy here. That's why we're seeing the game transition into a more CT-sided affair in general. And this is a great kill to open things up. Rez goes down with nothing. And now we have a 5 versus 4. As we mentioned, the money is still broken for GamerLegion. They've got 3 Galils entering this one, a couple of AK-47s, bare bones utility, and making their way in towards A. And the MP9, good ding from Blitz, but back to a 4-on-4 we go.
Yeah, staying very committed to the game plan here for the T side, just charging forward, trying to make it quick. Ooh. But it's 9-10 in Techno, taking down 2, and it's 3v2 right now for the Mongols. Player advantage as Senzu starts to rotate on up. Mzinho is wondering, should he stick around on B? They can go back down Con, and he's going to get that information because look how loud GamerLegion are being about this rotation. He's only got an MP9, Henry. A measly little MP9 from Mzinho.
That's all he needs, my friend. Just 1 kill here would secure the round. That's all he needs, and he could find
low HP.
The jackpot prize. It's the bomb with low HP coming towards Monster. He's going to check him momentarily, but the time is going to lose him, and he doesn't hit a single bullet. Insta-ding from ZTR with the Galil. They are stepping up here on Overpass, and now the bomb will be planted. Maybe even advantage here towards GamerLegion. Dropping down from heaven is Senzu.
Yeah, loud dismount down below. ZTR knows he's there, but he hasn't got the health to fight. So he gets inside of the smoke. 9-10's going to find him with a spam down through it. So it's all on Kersey. We talked about him stepping up, needing to deliver. A 1v2 at this point of the game would be huge for him. Getting into the site. No kit. They've got to move swiftly. There's no utility either to put pressure on Kersey. That time is ticking. Flash into his face. Kersey's just going to hold us. That defuse being stuck around the corner. The full 10-second stick. Kersey's got it. 1v2 to kick things off for GamerLegion.
Well, that's more like it. No kit once again. It's another nail-biter of a round, but GamerLegion do find a 3-0 scoreline after recovering a 4-5 deficit as well. That's excellent work from Kersey. Didn't get it done with the AWP, but plays it to perfection there with the AK-47. Disappointing start here for the Mongols. The money will be okay once again. 4 kills there. Lost bonus racking up. There'll be at least a half buy available to them, but well recovered here from GamerLegion. ZTR hitting that shot on Mzinho as well. The round would have been done and dusted if he had found the 19 HP player with the bomb on his back towards Monster. So indeed, half buy coming through. Deagle's armor. Is that an AWP?
It's an AWP, Henry. Your eyes do not deceive you.
I was going to say that. You'd assume it would be a scout, but the AWP is out and about. 9-10. They're going to open things up. It will be Senzu, though, to beat him to the punch. Towson dropped, but ZTR should be able to get this kill, no problem. The flashbang make it uncomfortable, and Mzinho will find it.
Well, cleared out by PR. The worrying thing about Mongols is they're so good in these kind of rounds too, right? They've got some crazy deegs in them. When Senzu lights up that scoreboard straight away, you wonder, is there a chance? But good recovery kill so far. But look at this, Henry. Look at his position. The bomb's coming back. The bomb is coming back towards Senzu. He has a shot at this.
It's a really nice angle he's found as well. Like, you're not really considering someone to be holding the top of the ladder.
He has to hit the headshot,
It's a difficult shot, though. Yeah, I'll give you that.
He's got it. No problem. Senzu makes it look easy. Now he's separated off PR with that smoke going down. He can't walk into the open. Times it. Goes forward.
Yeah,
Senzu unable to get it done, and PR able to take him out. So 45 seconds, 2v2, and remember that AWP is still up here for the Mongols.
PR's done so well there, recognizing the smoke's coming through. He didn't have the time to wait. 20 seconds there. Had to push through and catch him before he set up his position. Another 2 versus 2. 9-10 of the AWP. Techno 4K with the Mac 10. The former holding towards the bank position right now, and they will be closing things out at the A bomb site. Oh, missed smoke. That was meant to go towards back.
That might be huge because now 9-10 can just move forward. There's nothing blocking his vision. And yeah, sure, that smoke plant coming in. Techno, will he make the first play? Yes, he will.
Such a hot
Tracking
shot.
the back,
Oh, no!
but his teammate's gone. Oh, so it's down to Techno's Deagle. He will strike straight away, but another clutch for GamerLegion required in the 1v1, and PR's got it. We talked about all the clutches GamerLegion needed today if they're going to win this one, and so far, so good to kick off Overpass.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Those are the win conditions coming into this. Win a pistol, win out the clutches, and on the T side as well. In a CT-sided meta, this is a fantastic flying start. I will say that was the half by coming through. It's another 1 versus 1, and I've just seen that Ash has called a tactical timeout here. So just trying to alleviate some of the tension and some of the adrenaline that must be pumping through their body right now. PR saves the day there once again. So unfortunate for Techno. Was trying to bide his time and guarantee the Deagle headshot coming through, but at all the same time, it was the 9-10 AWP that's taken down. The 1 versus 1 eludes him, and it's another clutch going in favor of GamerLegion.
Yeah, I think it's important to note MongolZ haven't had a buy yet, right? They haven't had everything they want. They've had good weapons here and there. AK saved over, AWPs being purchased into that last round, but this will be their first full buy. And they've made every single round dangerous despite having weaker weapons in play. And they've kept the economy modest of GamerLegion, so 1 round loss. And MongolZ could still snatch control of this and get some momentum going. So this round is so incredibly important. You can understand why Ash has gone for the timeout here. Because the MongolZ have got the full buy coming out. Everybody on a rifle. And 9-10 still has the AWP available.
You can still see the financial ramifications here for GamerLegion. A UMP, a Galil, and they're 4-0 up.
MongolZ have come out better.
Yeah.
Because the loss bonus has been building.
And the fact they're getting an extra $50 per kill as well. That's why we're talking about. It's a CT-sided game right now. But bear in mind, GamerLegion, they lose 1 round here. They'll have $1,400 loss bonus. They'll be in a lot of trouble. And they take the first ding. No one really taking much damage at all, though.
That felt like it should have been a lot more deadly. There should have been at least 1 death there, but I think they'll both take it. A handshake.
Okay. This is a huge round for GamerLegion. If they can get the 5-0 start here and actually keep some players alive, they are in a fantastic position. But if they lose this one, it goes 4-1. They're probably going to give up 2 or 3 rounds in a row. Right,
we've been talking a big game about 9-10, expecting him to start delivering. Well, he's playing passive on the dice box. He's given all the responsibility to lock down A. And right now, MongolZ are seeing nothing towards the B bomb site, so they can expend another player on the rotation to come up and help 9-10 out. That's Techno 4K that's arrived up towards the A site. Blitz now joining them as well. And this is about to be very difficult for GamerLegion because 9-10, now with his teammates rotated over, is given the advantage to move forward and get aggressive. And he's going to go for it. Spots the shadow of Towson, and he's going to spot ZTR first, rips his head off, and sees Towson up next. Goes for the repeak, punished by Towson. And now 4v3 for the MongolZ. They look to defend in the final 30 seconds. GamerLegion continuing to hurl bodies at the A bomb site, and it's down to Kersey to get some impactful kills here. Has to take one down in the site, and he just won't. So MongolZ get their first round win when they get their first buy.
Well, here we go. The nightmare scenario for GamerLegion. Sure, you're 4-0 up at that first round. Spells disaster going forward. $1,400 loss bonus, and no one surviving the round. Bomb was not planted either, so you're in forced buy territory. You do not have enough to eco and then buy into the next round, so you're going in with the Tech 9s. You're going in with Kevlar on basic util, and you're probably dropping a set piece. Lose this round, which is very likely. MongolZ will absolutely smother them going forward here. There's a chance to build up their cash and build up their first half campaign here. So here's the force buy as mentioned. It's going to be Tech 9s, PT50 for Reds. Not much else to speak of. Utility's not too bad. I'll give them that. But as mentioned, it will probably have to be a set piece of some variety here. Can't really work a deep on a map like Overpass with just the pistols.
Yeah, it looks like that B bomb site's going to be the choice.
Nice nade. Chips away at PR. Just gonna bleeding out the initial wave of CT util.
Good luck, Towson. Don't overextend. Utility's going to force 9-10 off the angle, and Towson goes back down into con.
They're just trying to show a bit of presence towards A. One flashbang to hold the AWP on that side of the map could be enough here. As mentioned, it's going to be some sort of set piece in toward the B bomb site. Double nading towards the monster tunnel. No one home, and in we go.
Yep, charge up. Tech 9 into the open. Senior only getting 1 kill. It's quite a good amount of damage so far here for GamerLegion. Dinks and a couple of kills. Now if they can get a bomb plant, that would be huge. And Blitz trying to keep himself tucked in. He'll clean up the final 2, deny that bomb plant opportunity. And not really the round GamerLegion were hoping for as MongolZ take a second in a row.
Well, there we have it. The force buy doesn't do a whole lot for them. A couple of kills found, but now you're full eco. Going to the next one is going to be 4-3 all day long. As now, GamerLegion, all they can really bring to the next round is Glocks maybe a couple of P250s, and you're just baiting out CT Util and talking about the follow-up round. A chance for the Mongols to stretch their legs on the server, get comfortable. Bear in mind, it's the first time we've seen the Mongols play Overpass. We're not sure what to expect.
Right, and I think it's obviously you can understand why GamerLegion want to take that risk. But so far, the Mongols have made every round difficult, despite going 4-0 down. And you can see how quickly things can change once they get the guns out. Like this 4-0 lead is about to be 4-3 within the blink of an eye. It's Techno keeping it clean against Glocks. Double kill, Rez and ZTR knocked off their perch.
Quick rounds are good rounds, what we say.
That's what we love. It's a bit weird seeing no railing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that's not there. Oh, lots of dinks coming through, to be fair, but only one kill. It's about what you would expect. As mentioned, Overpass probably the biggest map we have in all of CS, historically as well. But
very large. Cobblestone probably gives it a run for its money.
Maybe the new version of it. Cobblestone, do you ever think that's going to come back?
No.
Is it just done?
Dude, the version that currently exists is horrible.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
They just removed an entire bomb
shame.
site. It's just a coffin in the middle of a site.
I guess the most likely candidate would be Cash coming back next.
Yeah, well, that could be exciting in CS2. Just high octane,
I think so, yeah.
fast play.
It's a mechanical-based game these days. Just sending in your best riflers, get the job done. We'll see what happens. It's a very standard meta, though. Double CT incendiary at the start of the round towards the steps and the playground, denying access. They do want to get it. They have to expend a smoke. Nice grenade, though. Denying that initial boost. Does considerable damage towards Blitz and Senzu. This is your classic default. You're watching short and monster for any CT aggression, and you're working towards a bathroom area. Smoke down in that area. They'll probably flash over towards long, check whether the orb's there, and trying to push the CTs back, as mentioned. 9-10 is home, but there's the flash. You'll hear it come through, and you just want to establish basic control of the map, deny CT vision, and then go into your final execution. Now, bathroom smoke down. They're not going to actually take long control completely. They're going to have a player towards connector to start making their way back in towards B. The bomb's there as well. We have got PR. Making sure that no one's pushing out, getting information towards Monster, and he'll be the tip of the spear here. But lovely boost from Blitz. Yields nothing, though. Basic information garnered. In we go.
PR out into the site. Percy following in behind him. Making it hot and heavy right now for the Mongols. Fed's forced into the open, and they're still doing very well. 2 for 2. As that bonk is into the open, Reds needed that kill and doubles up for GamerLegion. Gives them a shot at this, and now he's out of commission for the next couple of seconds because he has to be the bomb planter. So he'll put that down on default. Techno and 9-10 starting to move forward now. 9-10 hoping he can catch Rez leaving that default spot, but he's worried about being peeked from Kursi's spot, and now the swing from Rez comes out. 9-10 was committed to it, and Techno, no way! Gets the double back, and now has to reload. Out into the open though, Kursi just hunts him down, and some confidence shown in the 1v1 to take on Techno.
My oh my, great round there from GamerLegion. Pretty standard stuff with the default in towards that B play. They surprised the Mongols. They managed to get the opening kill. 3 versus 2 there. 9-10 had to find an incredibly difficult shot there after pushing through the smoke. Couldn't quite connect, and the round was done. Reds with a couple of nice entry frags with the AK-47 as well. And he's had a great resurgence to his career in general since joining GamerLegion. Looked like actually the sharpest tool within their shed. And we've got a bit of a timeout. Tactical this time for Mongols. Money's still pretty decent. They've got a nice strong buy after finding 3 in a row. But 5-3 overall for GamerLegion. Their map pick, Overpass here. T-side campaign looking very good. Here's Rez with that double kill. Utilizing that smoke, taking that vision away. Making the fights uncomfortable. Techno 4K with the double, but a brave swing from Kursi gets himself another clutch.
Not bad at all, I have to say. That's 2 impactful rounds from Kursi so far in this first half alone. Another good buy, though, for the Mongols. If we go into a tech issue here to kick things off, I think 5 rounds is a good starting point for the T side here. I want to try and squeeze out a few extra. I mean, getting that 4-0 buffer on the T side is going to be massive for GamerLegion. Like, you don't really have to have a fantastic T side now. Like, you just need to squeeze out a few extra rounds in this first half.
Yeah, the T rounds are a lot harder to get these days. We saw the stats from Cologne, and like almost every single map, apart from Nuke, I believe, which is kind of nuts to think about, was CT-sided. And at this point, this is a fantastic start for GamerLegion. Couldn't be going better for them. Like we said, they need to win the pistol, win some clutches. Both of those things have come true. And now, technical timeout as we get ready for a very important come round here. See if Mongols can bounce back. GamerLegion, though, bear in mind this brutal format here, EWC. Single elimination, playoff bracket, lose 1 series, and you're going home. It's a long old flight back as well, Adam.
It is quite the flight. Further for the Mongols. Actually, maybe it's halfway. It's actually a shorter flight than usual for them. And it's quite a daunting prospect to open up. Like, imagine being GamerLegion. You come to a single elimination tournament, you draw Mongols opening game based on their performance. A pretty scary time for GamerLegion.
Let's see whether we can get back into the action. This is the opening day of EWC Counter-Strike 2, the crescendo of the club championship.
That's what they're calling it.
And we'll see whether they can actually have a good start. The Mongols, one of the favorites of the tournament, I suppose, a top 5 team at this point.
How crazy is it, right? That Falcons have the team in 22 games.
Yep.
They're currently leading the World Cup. They won it last year. They've spent probably the most amount of money on Counter-Strike, right?
Yep.
They've got some of the Counter-Strike's best players ever on their squad. You've got Monesi, Nico, Kyosuke, and I think Counter-Strike might be the game they're worried most about. Like,
it's a
like this is the one that stands
to
to let them down the most.
Yep. You know what? I think this tournament's going to be fine for them. I think as long as they just get at least a win. Let's just get one
Don't
win.
come last.
Don't come last. I think that's the absolute bare
hey
minimum
guys,
at this point.
I know we spent so much on you guys, but please, just don't come last.
Yeah, so Falcons still definitely like the favorites to win the club championship as well. I think they're 1,000 points ahead of Liquid and Vitality, who are second and third. But winning Counter-Strike, that's the jewel in the crown, you know. That's the game everyone wants to be winning.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're putting it right at the end here as well. It's a very exciting placement on the calendar.
Technical issue looks to be a little bit more kind of developing as we go. You can see there's multiple admins around Ash right now. Let's see.
Well,
good performance so far. Hasn't actually had to use the orb.
Ash is speaking now, so I guess it might be resolved. We've got the Mongols now talking with the admins. We'll keep you guys updated in terms of how the developments go down there. Some recent news in the Counter-Strike world, Henry.
Go on.
Complexity leaving, pulling out. And
it's a damn shame, isn't it?
That team going to Passion UA.
Yeah, it was a heartfelt video from Jason Lake yesterday.
Yeah.
You cut that guy, he bleeds Counter-Strike. Been involved since day one. Complexity managing to survive, what, 25 years of Counter-Strike, and it's just the economic state of the NA region, especially right now, it's just not sustainable. There's not enough tournaments out there to try and like keep traveling to these lower tier tournaments to maintain VRS points. I think it's just getting out of hand in terms of spendings and not getting much in return.
Oh, well, we're getting into the action now, so the tech issue resolved, and we get into it. Mac10 for ZTR, Galil for PR. Feels like GamerLegion haven't had a round yet where they've been able to play with everything they want. 9-10 going aggressive round long. Look at this.
Okay, this is what you like to see. Aggressive Counter-Strike from the AWP. He's got no backup as well.
Here he goes. Rez, let's go. Sneaky beaky like, he's got right by. He's going to go down into the con. Techno's gone. And there it is. That's it. 1v1 in terms of the opening maneuvers. Now, here goes Blitz into the next play. Zinho goes down in the water, so Blitz really does need to find something back here. Risky game, 9-10's playing, but it's paid off.
So, another clutch required out of GamerLegion. 5-3 up.
Oh, shit.
And now missing 9-10. Our Mongols back to a 2-on-2. PR, the young gun, steps up when they need him most. 1 minute left on the clock. If the bomb's over towards A, he's trying to show that presence in towards B, and no one home. Blitz, head on a swivel will find Towson.
Yeah, you see Towson just lean back in his chair there. He knew he had to take that one. He wasn't looking at him. He's completely whiffed it.
That's a massive miss.
Now it's on to the PR department to recover the mess, and here he is. First headshot, Blitz gone. He's taking a lot of damage on board, though, and Senzu is so confident he'll just swing and fight him, knowing that the dink was already done.
It was a very long-range shot, I'll give him that, but the fact he's had a 90-degree shot on you and you had him dead to rights, that does not feel good. You feel sick for the rest of the half, knowing that if you lose this map now, that could have been one of the reasons why it comes down to 1 kill potentially. It was a great recovery from PR as well, got them back into the round. Out position, out maneuver the Mongols, a missed shot, cost them everything. 1v1, Senzu comes out on top. That's an E-kill as well.
Look at this situation. I guess it's the only option you've got is to go heavy B. 9-10 aware of that, spots them outside of the tunnels already, outside of Monster. Getting rough now for GamerLegion from a 4-0 lead to a tight game just around the corner at 5-5. You talk about how important Overpass is for them in this series as well. This is their opportunity in the series. Inferno up next. Feels like Mongol should have that all day long. A little bit of damage being done. Zinho not going to be too happy about receiving the brunt of it, but Senzu able to trade out.
Well, it's okay start, managing to find Zinho, but can they do anything more with it? Towson with the AK-47 looking to make up for the missed shot in the previous round. Gets a face full of lead, courtesy of Senzu, though. And that should be all she wrote for the round.
Senzu's just farming. He's also juggling weapons, so he never has to reload. Even did some damage on that spam on the ZTR. So your B opportunity is closed. Try and go back over towards A, where 910 has rotated from his initial B positioning towards the connector rotate. So that's the AK gone, and the round is over. Oh, straight to the legs. Recovered on the USP though.
Should be a clean finish. 910 confirms that fact, and we're all tied up. A couple rounds to go as we go 5-5. Finally, GamerLegion should have a nice full buy going forward here as well, as the Hero AK doesn't bear much fruit for them. It seems like the Mongols now finding their form, getting warmed up here. First game, of course, for everyone. This is the B stream you're watching here at EWC, day one.
Have to say, though, it's the two players we talked about before this game started showing up right now for Mongols. It's Senzu and 910, who are currently just dominating in the firepower department.
Senzu's so good. So confident, so clean with it as well, and still not even a full buy, Dinko. I told a lie.
Dude, they just have they had one?
I don't think they've had an actual strong buy yet. Like they were up 4-0, and even after losing one round, the finances have been an absolute shambles since then. Changing the pace up, 910 is going to be caught out. Got to kill him. There it is.
That was not pretty at all. A stinker in the bathrooms. Techno waiting inside of the smoke. Rez is waiting for him to come through that smoke itself. So, oh my God, Rez. Oh, no, no, no.
That's not...
How has he got away with it?
He's dead, though. Now he's dead. It's okay. They've got the man advantage. A few missed shots. But overall, they're still in the lead in this round. Blitz, though.
Blitz, yeah. Great position. Oh, God, they're not ready for him. A double kill. He gets traded out by PR, but 2v2, it's an absolute mess in the bathrooms right now.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying this round at all. Like we said, it's a brand new map in the pool. No one's saying these two teams are well versed in it. It's the first time Mongols have dropped it, but GamerLegion having a bit of a mare here on the T side. It's going to be PR, though. In my opinion, a bright prospect for the future of Counter-Strike. He's a fantastic individual, and these are the sort of rounds he's brought in the team to win. We'll see whether he can do anything with it. Spotted towards long. Senzu doesn't want to overcommit, trying to get some backup here. Does he go for the plant? He fully commits, but Zinho should find him, and he will. Denies the plant as well.
Yeah, I'm not getting the bomb plant either. Oh, I really need some extra money going here. At least loss bonus is starting to swell, but they really need to start winning some rounds here towards the end. Outside of those first 4 rounds in a row, they've had a single round here, GamerLegion, on this T side. Not great on your map pick.
Yeah, that's a really good point. The start we were looking for, that pistol round, but this is one of the ugliest rounds of CS you're likely to see.
That was not pretty.
There you go. People
I'm sad we have to watch that in the replay, to be honest.
Like knives out, missed sprays, and kind of fumbling the spacing of the round in general.
Dude, look at the
Another
buy.
difficult buy. UMPs, Galils, a deagle for Rez.
Oh my God. Okay, well, 7-5 half for the Mongols seems like it's just around the corner. Not bad at all. Considering they were in the hole, they were 4-0 down, but they were so competitive throughout those rounds. They were doing so much damage, getting it down to 1v1s, eliminating everybody, wiping them off the server. GamerLegion haven't been able to recover from the economic damage inflicted upon them in the first couple of rounds of this half. And Zinho goes down, so it's a good start. An opening kill for GamerLegion. Can they turn it into a round victory?
Yeah, PR doing very well in this first half. 13 and 10 for him. No one else in double digits for GamerLegion, and they're not messing around this time. They're going to take that advantage and run with it. Everyone making their way in towards the B bomb side. We have got a lurk from courtesy towards middle. But can Mongols fend them off? No bomb planted as of yet.
Good shot from 910. That's going to be back to a 4v4. Equilibrium once again established. It's all about the B finish. And Blitz not able to connect his jump right into the middle of the bomb site. So GamerLegion given the opportunity to get that bomb planted and dig in their heels to try and close out this round at a tight game in the half. Rez with the first, Senzu goes rolling, and Blitz that back with a double. Techno up next, and the Mongols come marching back into this first half. It is Towson to try and stop them, but that defuse is going all the way, and we are just getting started here in EWC. It's just getting rolling in Riyadh.
Well. It was a 4-0 start GamerLegion were looking poised to have a flying first half, a flying first map here at EWC, but it all comes spiraling out of control once the Mongols woke up, when they started getting their buy together. It looked like they were in the driving seat, and 9-10 especially delivering the goods. We'll be back with the second half momentarily.
Welcome back to the Esports World Cup live from Riyadh. We're here with the opening game of the B stream. Mongols versus GamerLegion. Started pretty strong now for the GamerLegion, Henry. 4-0 up, and then the Mongols come storming back in, and they now end at 7-5 after the first half.
Yeah, and that's about the scoreline you'd expect, unfortunately. The Flying Star didn't do much for them. They looked a little bit discombobulated on the T side. They won a few clutches in there. Kurtzy actually had some moments, not with the AWP, unfortunately. He'll have to step up massively on the CT half if they're going to stand a chance here. Another pistol required, and pound for pound, once again, the Mongols, especially Senzu, looking way too powerful for them.
Yeah, he's looking incredible. I felt like he was the player that was locking down the B site, and 9-10 was the player locking down the A site.
9-10 looked so comfortable on Overpass. For their first outing here, very impressive performance, recovering that 4-0 deficit, and we'll see whether this important pistol round will land in favor of GamerLegion. It's going to be a B-side attack, as you might expect. Most teams do favor this on the pistol. We've got a boost here, old school, going through, and it's a good flash, but doesn't dissuade PR from that first headshot.
GamerLegion at least have the numbers on the correct side of the map. Whether or not it's going to work out for them, we'll find out here. They've got the opening kill. Towson on the follow-up. Bomb is down to at least a full buy coming out. You know, force buy in the next round for Mongols available, but
they can still win this thing.
Yeah, they're still in the shot with this. Blitz taking one kill back, but not anymore. Techno's got to win a 1v4, and it's not going to happen. Kersey shuts him down. That will be the pistol round for GamerLegion. That's both pistols now on Overpass. And we'll see how Mongols force buy coming up in the next round. But it's really important here for GamerLegion that they get off to a good start economically in this half, because that was the problem for them in the first, Henry. They never recovered from economic woes.
Yeah, it's a good point. But as you mentioned, the bomb going down does allow them to force buy in the second here. That's where they can be extra potent as well. Thankfully, not a massive amount of kills. Only one picked up there for the Mongols. So they won't have everything they need. There'll probably be Tech 9s and a couple of Galils in the mix here. They'll probably want to focus on the utility more on a map like Overpass. PR getting a cheeky one there from the boosted position. Blitz with the only frag for the Mongols. So good retake, good hold. And here it comes. As mentioned, a couple of Galils and pistols needing those smokes, those flashes to get basic map control. And here's Rez, being the player of the season for GamerLegion.
I've gone for 4 M4s here, so you have to keep it clean if you're GamerLegion. Can't be dropping too many players in a round like this. Gotta start building that CT economy up. Tie the game here. 7-7. And have some sort of foundation to build off.
Well, here we go. Working that basic map control. Molotov down towards the connector steps. Pushing the CTs back, denying intel. Giving up the ghost now that they've actually purchased into this round. It's to be expected. Trying to bleed away the CT utility, the smokes, those flashes. They've got a couple of smokes remaining. Techno has got great ground towards long. Rez, though, defensive position, just looking for one kill. We'll call some backup, courtesy of Kersey. 4 players now getting ready to attack this A bomb site. Rez should be good for a couple of kills. Gets 0, in fact. That's an M4 given up. All of a sudden, the round becomes very uncomfortable.
Oh, dude, now you have an M4, 2 Galils, a Deagle, and a Tech 9. This could be very scary here for GamerLegion. Such an important round for them. You can't let MongolZ get off to a good start in the second half. Kersey has got to be the man to deliver them some kills here, and he's just taken out by a great flash and a Tech 9. CTR under pressure, under a lot of scrutiny, but he's out of bullets, and his teammates aren't really helping. It's all crumbling here for GamerLegion. 4v2 in favor of the Mongols. 5 HP left on PR. It's done. Pack it up, save your weapon, get out of that, and we've got MongolZ 8-6 up.
It's a damn shame. Gave them a little bit too much breathing room there towards long. They've had to get 4 players up to the choke point before Rez even has any idea. He had to find at least one there, gets nothing, gives over that M4, and the round was just done for that point. Basic execution towards the A side. Good flashes to pick Kersey in a very uncomfortable position there as well, and unable to find the killing blows was ZTR. He's 6-12 right now. Needed a couple of kills, couldn't find anything, and it has to be a 2-man save here. Towson and PR clutching onto the weaponry. An M4 and an MP9 as 3 players survive for the Mongols and extend the lead to 8-6.
Well, there goes that dream of seeing GamerLegion get off to a good start here in the second half. They've thrown everything they had into that. You buy 4 M4s. It's not like you have a mixture of SMGs in there, really, and you lose it. And so now we don't see a world in which that AWP comes out early for Kersey. We don't see that world in which they're able to take advantage of winning both pistol rounds. This is now the hard mode is just being activated. Nightmare mode, in fact, for GamerLegion in the second half.
Yeah, $1,400 per player going to this next one. It's arguably...
It's going to be a force buy.
It is. It has to be a force buy. There's no 2 ways about it. So you got the 5.7s and a scout. MP9 saved. And the Towson M4. They're getting aggressive in towards that connector. Waiting for the Molotov to come through. Rez ready to extinguish it. Not required just yet. PR exploring his options off towards short. Lemzinho seems to be very aware of that prospect.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you lose this round, which is the most likely outcome for GamerLegion. You're going to be seeing MongolZ go up to 10 rounds, 10-6 on the board. Then you really get into the conversation we had before this game started of you only really need a few B-pops to work out for MongolZ to close out this game. It's not even like they need a great T side. So it's definitely a very scary position to be in right now for GamerLegion. Might not even get much of a CT side at all here.
Yeah. We'll see whether they can make a bit of a dent here. Towson with the M4. Spots 1 towards long, but once again, that map control looking very promising for MongolZ. Getting himself in towards bathrooms. Long is now theirs as well. Connector clear. Towson, the main artillery, will have to try and fend them off the best he can. He's got backup from multiple players here. Smoke down deep towards the bathrooms here, removing vision, and in front of the bomb site as well. Dissecting the map here. Taking that vision away. Towson plays in front of it.
Good start for Kersey. Blitz to respond immediately inside of the toilets. 30 seconds.
That's the M4 gone.
Limited time. And now limited weapons for GamerLegion due to the loss of that premium rifle. It's going to be real tough to see a world in which they pull this off, but PR wants to let us see that world. He goes in behind. 9-10 taken out. 16 seconds. If they can delay, and they won't. It is MongolZ to arrive on the site just in time, and PR brought down. They don't even need the bomb plant in the end.
Oh, there were moments there. That MP9 backstab from the connector. If he could find the AK quickly, maybe he can do something more of it. Unable to get his hands on it. And it is quite a convincing victory for the Mongols in the end. That is the nightmare scenario. This is where the uphill battle really begins, as now you're into a full eco, 10 rounds on the board for Mongols, and it feels like they're on cruise control. Well handled towards the end there. And not really much Ash can even bring to the table in this follow-up round. This is a gimme for the Mongols. I'm assuming it's just USPs, some Julies and a Deagle. Percy and PR will rock the stronger pistols, but generally speaking, there's nothing they can do about this one.
Flash to pop for Blitz as he just runs through the monster tunnel. You've got Towson, Rez, and Kersey about to be swung in towards him. So one for one. Okay, a little bit more damage than expected here for GamerLegion, but Senzu, it's an AK in front of him now. Can Towson win this and really give them a shot? He doesn't pick up the 1v1 against Senzu. 910's only got a Glock.
Glock on.
And it worked.
Okay, I was about to make some grandiose statement about why you should have a weapon here. It doesn't seem to matter. It's all good.
it's
all
knocked
fine.
The head arm, no head armor, insta headshot. Worked out pretty well for him. Now he's got a rifle. He's also received a lot of damage. 48 seconds left.
PR definitely capable of winning this round for them. He's at 16 and 13 kills, carrying GamerLegion, but he does go down with absolutely nothing, and still, it's pretty convincing in the end. Even with the opening 2 kills there for GamerLegion, 3 survive for Mongols, and they get double digits on the board.
All right, this is it. This is GamerLegion's buy coming up here for the CT side. This is it. This is all the CT side has to offer. You're going to have enough for the AWP. You can get Kersey on that weapon, but you are not looking at a very pretty game right now for GamerLegion, and Ash is going to be very aware of that. So he takes the time out ahead of this, realizes this is it. He's got to send GamerLegion out. He's got to start building momentum and round victories from this point onwards, because already the Mongols are at double figures. And their T-sides look pretty good so far in the early stages. We'll see how it looks in the gun rounds, but so far, so good.
Yeah, absolutely true. Last chance saloon for GamerLegion. Ash being brought in, trying to raise morale. We talked about it in the pre-game, Adam. This team's mental can drop off the edge of a cliff if things start to fall awry. And after losing the second round force buy, you could feel that the kind of mental game could be a problem for them going forward. But Ash's job is to try and make sure they keep their heads in the game here, make sure they're focused on the objective, which is winning round by round here on the CT side. It's an unknown quantity. Overpass here. It's so new, it's so fresh into the pool, and you're not really sure what Mongols are going to keep bringing on this T side now. But if they can win this round, they're onto something. But Kersey doesn't have the AWP once again. I don't think he's had the AWP once here on Overpass so far.
No, he went for the rifle, get the extra utility out. Good start to the round here. 9-10 to trade it though. So all that hard work to get the opening kill, and it's gone almost immediately.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. 4 and 4 definitely favors the T side, especially when they don't have the AWP on the defense. So what's the play? What's the final call here? So much time on the clock. They're going to start to coordinate themselves over towards B. They still have an okay amount of utility. Only 1 smoke for Mongols, to be fair. So smoking heaven seems to be the most logical option. They can Molotov towards the barrels as well.
Here they come. Flash to the monster smoke, straight into the site. Towson under a lot of pressure. Not exactly clean on the first couple of bullets, and so he runs out of ammo for the secondary fight. Blitz going to make quick work of him as 55 seconds remain on the clock. Mongols still trying to get close to that bomb site for the plant. CTAR can make it a little uncomfortable with util. That's what he's going to do. He actually buys some time here for PR and Kersey to get down through Khan. And in fact, PR is going to go all the way around the back of Monster.
Yeah, I think PR's going to save the day here. He'll see the barrel.
9-10. Oh, God, he checks it. The sniper brings him down and slices the chances away from GamerLegion. It's just down to the final 2 for this retake attempt, and 9-10 is the reckoning. Kersey's stuck so far away from the action, you know exactly where he is, and so getting back in on this retake is nigh on impossible. Blitz is going to come and fight him. Kersey's already out of this. It's 11-6. The Mongolians are mauling GamerLegion.
Certainly are. Oh, it looks like Kersey was about to go down there. Now he has to save. 11-6 of both pistols in the bag. Doesn't feel good. And bear in mind a 4-0 flying start as well. And Techno 4K with the jumping Tech 9 through the monster tunnels. Closes things out. Lost bonus accumulating, Dinko, but still, they're in a lot of trouble here. This one feels done.
Must say, it does feel pretty good about Mongols as an opening game on Overpass, doesn't it? It's going to give you some confidence about it.
It's a good statement performance, you know. If anyone was thinking about dropping this to a veto going forward in the tournament, you might think twice. They look very well versed in the map, very comfortable. 9-10 especially, I don't think he's missed a shot so far. He seems so aware.
Out.
Every time it looks like he's out positioned, outmaneuvered. He checks his angles, he checks his flanks, and he always hits the shot.
Well, this is the story for GamerLegion, hasn't it been throughout Overpass? You got a mixture of rifles, SMGs, a couple of pistols here and there. Not pretty. And at 12-6 here. In just a moment, you would imagine, not a whole lot of money left over, so the Mongols.
They need a miracle here, GamerLegion. This is the round that you need to steal this one away. You cannot recover at a 12-6 deficit. From what we've seen so far, they're not hitting anywhere near the level MongolZ up. Rez, a classic position.
Rez at the rock. And he's gone. So Blitz just breaks him quite easily. There's two players peeking him. Rez just had too much to do with the pistol. Kersey, he's next up, and he's chopped away by Blitz as well.
That's the rifle gone.
That's their dreams, their hopes, shattered in an instant.
Well, damage has been done.
Has been missing.
Oh, well, there it is. 9-10 now knows exactly where it plays. You go for the wall bang.
Dude, if you do.
He's thinking about it. He knows exactly where you are.
Oh, just take it. Do it. Do it. Yep, lands
it.
Of course, Towson even kills his teammate. Oh my god, it's gone from bad to worse.
9-10 still hasn't missed a shot, I think.
No, even the wall bang connects. Just a beast.
21-11. Wow. GG, boys. GG.
Well, you can see why Mongols are considered one of the best teams in the world. We can see why they're major finalists, where they're finalists at Blast Bounty in Malta just last week.
And they beat Vitality 2-0 as well.
And they beat Vitality 2-0. Yeah, it's a tough all time here for GamerLegion, a tough team to draw in the opening match.
Yeah, Mental's going to be in the bin now. You're 4-0 up. Things were great. Vibes were immaculate. And all of a sudden, you come dropping back to earth, plummeting in fact.
But even those first 4 rounds were not comfortable, right? Like the pistol sure was probably the best.
Yeah, no, it was 2v1 clutches. Kersey won back-to-back clutches.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was great on paper, but yeah, you could see it wasn't going to be sustainable.
So you win both pistol rounds on your map pick, and you get 6 rounds total. It's very tough here for GamerLegion.
Well, at least that was the half buy. As we mentioned, there was the loss bonus accumulating and trying to find some silver linings here. They left themselves about $1,500 per player. They're going to get $3,400 into this one, so there will be a decent buy here. But just to mention again, the fact that Kersey hasn't had the orb once on a map like Overpass is kind of baffling to me. Whether it's part of the game plan or it's just been the economic situation they found themselves in, either way, it's not looking great. And 9-10, when he's the player dropping like 20 plus frags and you haven't got an AWP to even challenge him, that is a real problem. So once again, no AWP, Kaz will have to make do with the M4.
They're going to go for the boost, and the nade's coming in as well. But it's a different boost at least. So dodge that nade damage. And a near opener on Senzu. He still stand on 23 HP though. Here comes Mzinho up through short.
So, no casualties thus far. Senzu down at 23 points of health. Bogdan laws prevail as we see him given the AWP here. Can he replicate the form 9-10 was showing? Not quite. And this shot is found. Mzinho knows there's a couple of players here. Not so clean as you might expect of it, though. Gives him the opening pick on the CT side. Finally, an advantage here for GamerLegion. 1 minute on the clock now.
Yeah, Rez in the bathrooms. Needs to deliver some impact. He's had a real stinker here so far. Needs to step up. Oh, the timing gets his crosshair back in. This time, Rez has got a double. Make it 3 as Rez shuts them down in the bathrooms as they come towards him. Finally, a big round from Rez as he gets a 4K and just shuts them all down. That is beautiful stuff from Rez.
And they recover the AWP as well. So they finally get around on the board. They finally have the AWP. Is this where they wake up and show us their final form here on Overpass? It looked like it was another round that was going to go in favor of Mongols, but a couple of missed shots. Outmaneuvered by Rez especially. Is that what revitalizes GamerLegion now and takes us all the way to overtime with 5 rounds in a row?
Well, that seems unlikely, but I think that the other thing you can look at is at least get some of your players into the game here.
Yeah.
You know, a single elimination at EWC. You don't want Rez to have a 9-17 game to kick off the opening map, right? So you having him get a 4K in the toilets, hopefully that gives him some confidence moving forward. It's really unrealistic to see them come back all the way and win Overpass here, but at least have some of your players warmed up, fire, a little bit more confident going into Inferno, at least at a minimum. But It did look rough for Raz for a second there to kick things off, but he recovers it beautifully.
Yeah, I don't know how he even gets one there, let alone 4. Looked like they'd jiggle peeked him out of position, but unable to react in time. A lifeline here, a slither of hope. And see GamerLegion getting aggressive here towards short. Curse, finally has the AWP for the first time on Overpass. Can he make it work? Certainly can.
Yeah.
Where was this all game?
That's much better here for grid opener, untraded. That's been the problem, right? GamerLegion beginning opening kills and then immediately watching them get traded somewhere by the Mongols. This time they actually get to settle into a 5v4, adjust their defenses. But Mongols' reaction is to go quite aggressively towards long. They're taking some space straight away here. Techno getting closer towards ETR. There's 3 players up here right now on the A-bomb side for GamerLegion.
Smoke designed to cut the bomb site in half here, give him a tunnel in towards the side. You can see ZTR struggling to get intel. Is this where it comes crashing down for GamerLegion? They would love to keep the dream alive. Zinio will find Kersey. There's a second player in towards the bar from ZTR holding on this time. Managed to get multiple kills on GamerLegion. Man advantage, but can they hold on to it? Apparently not. 2 versus 1, and Towson will have to rotate in from B as the bomb is planted. It looks like this is the GG moment, but maybe there's another clutch left in the tank for GamerLegion.
Dude, how is Techno got away with that in such low HP? Towson's going to turn this back in GamerLegion's favor just to keep them going here on Overpass. Techno goes down first, but it's up against 9-10. The player who doesn't miss. And Towson comes through bank. My bet's on 9-10. He's been so good so far, and he hits it. He flicks out to the left side, and he'll nail it. A 13-7 win here for the Mongols. They take the opening map here at EWC, and it's GamerLegion's map pick going against them without even getting double figures.
Oh, it's a real shame that it was kind of sizing up to be a really interesting game. The 4-0 start there from GamerLegion, but as
to watch on this squad, I think on the CT side is a massive problem. Senzu on the B side is so incredible. Like so many highlight moments I can remember from Senzu just shutting them all down. And again, that was something he was doing on Overpass. So if he's having a game like that today, I think that could be closed on the CT side. I think it really is just going to be a one-sided affair when it comes to the CT side today for the Mongols.
Well, we can see if the mental can hold together here. GamerLegion will need to step up. They will start on the CT side, I beg your pardon, and we'll see it's going to be Mongols. I think they're very good at these B executions where they look absolutely unstoppable, and it's going to be quite a technical pistol round here, Dinka. We've got multiple smokes, Molotovs, so it suggests a full B execution, already baiting out the one smoke they had at that B bomb site. There's only one player there as well in the form of Towson. We'll see whether he can fend them off for as long as possible. No rotations coming through yet, but they are picking up the pace towards middle and hunting for information. But Towson gets a lot more than he bargained for as he goes down with absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Techno making quick
They
work
can hear
of it.
those rotations as well.
Yeah, smoke goes up towards CT. They're very speedy about taking over the B-bomb site. They've got utility to limit the positions, which means they can very comfortably start thinking about that bomb plant. PR trying to be disruptive. They've got bodies in the way to block and make sure that Mongols get that plant secured. And now with a 5v4 post plant, it's looking good for Mongols to get their first pistol round win.
That's a brutal smoke towards the coffins here. I'm not sure there's a world you can imagine them picking this round out. There'll be a swing coming in from Senzu, and one that eludes him. And Julie's getting a little bit out of control here as well. It looks like GamerLegion might have a chance, but one that is short-lived as we have one player remaining. It's going to be Rez, who will have no kit. 2 kills to his name and 2 more to find here. Picks up the Julies. I don't think there's any bullets left on those either. Has to get the reload coming through.
No time at all.
And the bomb is just gone. Yeah.
It's over here. Mongols going to win their first pistol round here at EWC. So in terms of getting off to a great start, Mongols are taking the first step in that direction on the T side. It's going to be a tough situation for GamerLegion here, having to try and recover with a force buy win here, or just go for the full ecos and get into the guns. Now, there is an interesting conversation to be had there, Henry, because the big problem for GamerLegion throughout that entire first map was the money. They just never had good buys consistently. So do you go for the force buy and try and get into the scrappy style of play early on, or do you just try and prioritize a conservative approach? And it looks like they've gone for the conservative approach to get a buyout as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's pick your poison, really. I feel like this is probably the better stance. You want to see them actually have their rifles out, their full buys. For GamerLegion, didn't see many of those on Overpass, unfortunately. Yeah,
unfortunately for them in this round too, they've stacked the A-bomb site, and Mongols are going towards B quite heavily. Now they have changed that idea. They're coming back now. hasn't budged any rotate whatsoever, and it doesn't look like the Mongols are going to stay committed to even searching B, so this is the best case opportunity here for GamerLegion.
Well, here we go. There is a slither of hope. Can it be converted upon, though? That is the question. Best case scenario, I'd say, even with the full stack here, you're hoping for maybe a couple of frags. Okay, there's the first. They're probably detecting it's an A stack at this point, but we'll see whether they want to continue with their playing towards A. Looks like it's going to be business as usual. If they do go to the stack, it's going to be absolutely fine. I say that, ZTR does pull one back. So like we said, a couple of kills, about what we expected, and at least keeps the Mongols modest, somewhat, going forward. But 2-0 here in the elimination map for GamerLegion.
All right, so you get the buyout pretty quickly here, GamerLegion. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what you took the eco for. And something they didn't really have going for them in the early stages of Overpass was having consistently good buys. So let's see what their CT side looks like against the force of the Mongolian T side. So Techno's going to stick with the MAC-10. You've got Galil out for Blitz. All three of the remaining players on AK-47s. No AWP available for Kersey, so it's the 5 rifles. And 910 taking a lot of damage on board as he goes towards top banana. He's finished off by that HE grenade. So an opening kill here for GamerLegion.
A much needed one. Here, the Crossfire boys behind us getting rowdy.
They're getting very loud over there.
Team Liquid looking to up their chances in the Club Championship. Crossfire looks like an interesting game, but we're here for the CS2 action as Techno will be boosted towards the top of banana. Like I said, coming into this one, their B executions are normally quite impressive here. The trade will come through, no problem, but Towson is in the back. This looks like a very promising round now. GamerLegion have this one in the palm of their hand. The Molotov not quite deep enough to flush out Towson. If he can get one, the round's over. If he goes down with nothing in a 3 versus 2, there's every chance he can still win this one. Nice shot from Towson, though. Senzu thrust into an almost impossible scenario. Looking towards CD Spawn Curse, he needs to be careful. Thankfully, he doesn't go down instantly and gets the final kill. 2-1. Great first gun round here. 3 players survive for GamerLegion. We go 2-1 here, and it's not the flying start the Mongols were hoping for. Stunted early. 3 players survive. They should have at least a bye going forward, but it won't be a great one on the Mongolian side. After losing a couple of players against the full eco. This is when 910 went down. Beautiful grenade from way downtown. Now some great work here. Secured the victory with his defensive play towards the new boxes. So as mentioned, not a great buy. It's a single AK. Lots of utility exchange. Blitz takes the brunt of the damage. Flashbang over the top. It's going to be Towson continuing his strong form from the previous round.
A rotation of 2 extra players coming over towards the A bomb site, leaving the responsibilities of defending B to ZTR. Luckily for GamerLegion, the Mongolians are thinking about this A play. As they peek up short, PR going to have to nip his heels back into the pit. He's going to try and slow them down with some utility. Towson does a great job at getting one. Techno overrunning the defenses. It's a double kill before he's gone. Rez out of bullets, and so it's all Mzinho. He's stuck in the pit. Great work, what? Oh my God,
Holy.
So clean in that second. And Mzinho could maul them all to pieces. 45 seconds left, limited bullets left, 3 bullets in the M4A1. He's up against ZTR, switches out to the AK. ZTR, right in front of him, what a clutch! Monstrous from Mzinho!
Oh, the Tech-9s with 1 AK-47, and you go into a 3 versus 1, and Mzinho with such a clean sequence there. You're absolutely
Dude, he doesn't
right.
even react.
You're absolutely right. And that second kill was just a thing of beauty. So clean, so crisp, and absolutely devastating for GamerLegion.
Dude, how much have we talked about the mental side of the game for GamerLegion? Those are the kind of rounds that can just shatter you. Look at the position they get themselves in. Techno does great work, and then Mzinho just knocks them down.
That's wild.
Look at the money. Immediately back to an M4 Mag 7 pistols.
Yeah, it's a real showstopper of a clutch there. A heartbreak up for GamerLegion. They're going to have to force back. Actually, they have not. They've gone for a half buy here. So it's the M4 for Kersey. He has fully invested. Again, didn't have the AWP at all in that first map. But the Mag 7, can it save the day? It looks like it can. Double kill through the smoker. Hardball here. The half buy paying dividends. Upgrades to a Mag 10. You can call it an upgrade. They're going to try and fight back here, and the lead they once found has been snatched away by Blitz. Double kill on the SMG. At least money farmed with that.
That's
Max
true.
7.
I mean, if you apply a Max 7, that's the exact scenario you want to pan out, right? They just come around, you're sitting behind the half wall. 5-7 here for Rise of the Pillar. Oh my god. Dink landed. Yeah, great recovery from MongolZ.
Round not necessarily over.
No. Kirsty's still around, he's still got an M4. Though they really would have hoped that that bomb plant would have been denied. That's been delayed though. Plant coming in, here goes PR. Into the CT smoke with a 5-7.
Trying to find a gun in the smoke. And
Not
now
too
their
successful.
chances are dwindling. Do they hold on to the M4 here? They're going to give it a look in. Kersey needs a clean one. Gets anything but. And now PR just needs to try and recover that rifle and get the hell out of there if possible. That's all he really can hope for. I don't think they'll be letting him leave though, Adam. They're trying to slam the door in his face. Splits to close things out. Should be able to get it. 4-1. And that 3 versus 1 from MongolZ, that could be the death sentence here for GamerLegion. That was the do or die moment, and they choked it.
It's a real rough scenario now for GamerLegion. You're just getting an opportunity for Mongols to really build this T side. We know how strong their CT side is as well. You always knew Inferno was going to be a difficult map in this series. Losing Overpass just piles on the pressure in this single limb. You got 4 AKs, an M4 here for Techno. GamerLegion is 3 M4s for Mas and the MP9. There goes Techno.
No way.
Into the peak. Oh, he's got away with it while he's blind. And so Rez has to make up for it, and he will certainly do that with a double kill.
He's locked in now, though. The Molotov will deny his exit. Back up from his teammates, though. Smoke down. They've got the man advantage. MongolZ, though, the danger man, make his way towards the end of the apartments. Wants to play, wants to maneuver. Spots a gap. Kersey there with the MP9. Resting on the A bomb site. Going to be joined by PR here, finding himself in a lot of hot water. Execution towards the A side, not going too well. It's a double spray down from the sniper. Not going to be enough to win the round just yet. MongolZ in the same position, this time at a 2 versus 1.
Can he win it again?
Could make his way towards B here.
And Rez is so low. He's got 30 seconds to do so. So he's got to be quite decisive about going B, and it looks like he's made that decision already. At a certain point, we need to start running. Yeah, there he is. Off to the races, MongolZ goes. He's going to have a real shot at this because Rez is so low on health. ZTR coming back in with no utility as well. This is a great chance for MongolZ.
Open runway here.
Yeah, they haven't budged. They haven't rotated at all.
10 seconds? What are you up to, kid?
He's getting a smoke. So he's going to smoke out towards CT, give himself extra cover. Okay, MongolZ, this is on. He could have another
it's a nice Molotov as well.
heroic clutch.
It's a really nice Molotov. Buys himself 7 seconds before they can even attempt to retake here.
He could be anywhere now, couldn't he? Could be anywhere, but he's in the open.
Do they boost or just come through the smoke together?
He's going to go back to the new box. Strong position for MongolZ. The mighty Mongolian looking to step up for another clutch. 1v2 this time. Out for new box. Rips them a new one. And MongolZ can't be stopped.
Holy moly. Another magnificent clutch from MongolZ. Absolutely schools him, Adam. Every step of the way, he played it perfectly there. He makes the right decision to go towards B, finds an open runway, picks up the smoke, segregates the bomb site with the Molotov as well, and bought himself so much time, finds a low HP player, then absolutely owns the final one in the 1v1. Nothing they could do, and it's absolute heartbreak now for GamerLegion.
If you look at the faces, they look so deflated over there right now. Just like another one, guys. Like another clutch to MongolZ. Made a 1v3 last time, 1v2 this time.
And the money shattered once again.
And there's 5-1 on the T side for the Mongols.
Can't keep giving these rounds up, boys.
At a certain point, it might already be too much. Mongolians so comfortable on Inferno, one of the best teams in the world.
My oh my. MongolZ absolutely schooling them out there right now. 3 versus 1 and a 2 versus 1. 5-1 overall. Another partial buy required from GamerLegion. They managed to make it work with the Max 7 before. This time Towson will have to try and find some form with the MP9, but his teammate Rez goes down early, trying to cross over towards Boiler. An early disadvantage is not what you need in these half-buys. Flashbang going over the top, though. As the actual H did good damage before, and it continues to find good damage here. Again, doesn't soften them up enough. It looks like it will do. Blitz will be dropped by Towson, who's looking quite promising over towards B. Good native response as well, 4 versus 4. Oh,
no, straight through the smoke, though. He's not going to be caught. You know, Towson's around here, too.
There's no real reason to bust through this smoke. We know the MP9's on the other side here, and a nice idea for Towson. Had to make a maneuver, and it's a 4 versus 2. So we've got the Deagle of Kersey. He's got to get the AWP out next round, Adam. If he doesn't, I'm not really sure what his role in the team is at this point.
True. Like, we just haven't seen him. He played the AWP twice.
Yeah, and that's when Rez picked it up and he got that 4K in the bathroom. That's the only time they actually had it out at all in this EV campaign.
Well, he's been saving a little bit of extra cash. You would imagine it's all about that AWP, and at this point in the game, that is the one piece that could recover this for them. Kersey with the Deagle. Can he step up with this? The hand cannon ready to go. And he's eradicated as the Mongols keep 4 players up. Money swelling, scoreline swelling.
He has 6.2K. He can definitely afford it. He needs to start stepping up now. 9-10 just can't have a completely open server where you can pick people off left and right. It has to be much more difficult than this. Tactical timeout, I think, is a necessity at this stage. Need to bring Ash in here, keep the mental going, but no. We get back into the action. There's the Kersey AWP. Where does he position himself this round? Heading towards the apartment or quad? It is going to be the apartments. And he's getting aggressive with it as well. I think he's going for the stairs pick. Maybe even a little bit further. He fancies it. Players on the other side. Should be getting this kill all day long, Adam. No.
No, Zinho does not miss.
If anything, the round's over.
It's a rough all time here for GamerLegion. Ruz looking to resurrect him, and he'll get himself a double.
That's
Gives him a chance.
Yeah,
but that's, it's all overrun. It's overwhelmed, and right now, no one's budging.
You kind of got to go for it, though. You got to give it at least a look in. Throwing a grenade. Oh, no, to be fair, Towson's so far away.
Yeah,
right,
he hasn't moved, so they have to go safe.
That's such a disappointing way. It was a nice idea, but Kersey just missed the shot, unfortunately.
7-1. Feels like it's done, honestly.
Yeah, I'd love to give you a silver lining here and say, give you all the reasons why it's not, but yeah, it probably is. 7-1 on Inferno, their pick, considered one of the best teams in the world. Bear in mind, as I mentioned, against Vitality last week, they got 10 rounds on their CT campaign on Inferno.
Yes, so they've got 2 strong sides.
Yeah.
And you might not even need that many CT rounds. Because this is not looking like it's going to stop anytime soon. All right, so the 2 players that save can drop rifles. You can still get a buy across 4 players, maybe even 5. No AWP going to be spotted, but it doesn't really look like that's going to do too much anyway. So at least getting a buy out here for GamerLegion. Got a lot of questions coming in about who's making all the noise in the background. That would be Crossfire.
Yeah, the most hype esport on the planet, apparently.
So. Yeah.
It's essentially like a reskin 1.6, but yeah, fair play, they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah, bigger prize pool in the CS tournament.
Yeah, somehow. This is like their Super Bowl, or their World Cup, if you will.
Yeah, World Cup maybe, yeah. You can maybe use that. It's an esport at the World Cup.
Exactly. Another opening pick. Yeah, there's only so many times I can say that for the Mongols. They're getting opening frag at the start of every single round.
pretty much as well. Like, yeah, I'm just going to get this easily.
He's met almost 0 resistance against him.
Wall bang damage as well. Rez is down to 23 HP.
PR needs to kill him.
PR is panicking.
I think he's got him.
But he's got the kill. And he's also taking wall bang damage too. All right, Mongols is kind of messing them up right now.
No, this is okay. At least it's a 4-on-4, you know. Sure, people are low, but the round's not a foregone conclusion already.
And that's really all you can ask for.
At this stage in the game, they're actually vacating the B side, though.
No. Surely here, that's
the gamble
oh,
stacking.
guys, come back.
Okay, thankfully, no one found the gap.
Gap is now closed. Oh, God.
Okay, that's
really
not what you
need to make the most of that one.
That's not what you wanted to see.
ZCR had a chance there. They were looking away.
He went for the swing for the smoke, got blinded on route, and it's another save.
8-1.
8-1, yeah.
Just building and building on the T side right now for the Mongols.
Senzi's on the hunt as well. So confident that they're not going for this one. He's on the other side of the map.
Oh, they might just lose everything. They might just lose absolutely everything here.
Well, no one's joining him at the very least. But will they anticipate him coming so early, but they will do now. He's confirmed the save is coming through. Now they can start the hunt officially. Knowing there's players in the pit, you can guarantee that no one's actually going to be looking for the bomb. So off we go. And I think you might be right. I don't think anyone survives this now. There's so much time for them to get over. They can all jump in the pit together. They don't need the money. They've got tons of cash going forward. And if you can find at least 2 of these kills, even if you survive and no one has taken 2 of these players down, will be worth it. Incendiary's going in. Flashing them out. Good try. Blitz will get 1. And okay, they survive with 2. Not the end of the world, but yeah, it feels like the campaign here at EWC is a short-lived one for GamerLegion. Didn't really get to see anything from them this tournament, and it's unfortunate. You're playing against a top 5 team in the world. Bear in mind, they were the major finalists and managed to get to the grand final of Blast Bounty last week as well. Took down Vitality 2-0 en route. This is a real pot for Mongols right now, and they're looking in impeccable form. One of the favorites going into this tournament, at least to make a deep run.
Yeah, well, you're looking at their run, and maybe you have some questions around who they might play in the next game. It will be the winner of Na'Vi versus 3D Max. Currently looking like that's going to be Na'Vi, who have won the first map and currently leading the second. So MongolZ versus Na'Vi, very likely quarterfinal to be coming up here at EWC in Riyadh, and that'll be played on Thursday at 8:30.
What day is it today?
Today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. Nice. Good to know. Good to keep track of it. You kind of lose yourself in Saudi.
Yeah, I honestly just lose myself in general.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's more like the heat. Like I keep myself in a dark room here. It's too warm for me in general. The fact it's like 43 degrees today. I can't handle being outside, so I never really know where I am, what's going on.
Oh, well, Kersey, this shot on the opener. But he's still got banana control right now. Lost half of his health. And has to bail out because of that.
Come on, GamerLegion. 8-4 wouldn't be the worst result. If they can find 3 towards the end, oh, they might be cooking. Win a pistol, all of a sudden, it's an 8-7 game. They do need to win 3 in a row. Oh, Kersey, we haven't seen much from Europe today, my friend.
No, not much at all. Eventually able to connect. It's going to be Techno going down as he rounds the corner. It's going to slow the Mongols down for now. They've still got just under a minute left on the clock, so they're not feeling too sweaty just yet. I'm going to send a little bit of an excursion up through Banana. That's Senzu having a look. He's going to send the flashbang up and looking to reaggress into the A bomb site for a finish. And it has done well enough to draw Rez away.
Got to convert this, boys. No 2 ways about it, but the Mongols have chosen the idyllic route in towards victory here, towards Arch, where they haven't got much manpower at all. Dropping in a flash. Very powerful one as well. PR fancies his chances here, and for good reason. Finds himself the triple kill. That's the best sequence we've seen from GamerLegion here in Inferno thus far. Can they keep it clean? They certainly can. Finally, signs of life here as we get into the penultimate rounds. Number 11, much better, because he actually did get the open after a couple of whiff shots, and PR to mow them down.
All right, a lot to be done in terms of recovering this half, but at least a step in the right direction now. And for the first time in a while, GamerLegion getting the opening kill. A huge shutdown from PR. Incredible work from him getting the triple. Sets himself up with a utility as well. It's not like he had a teammate setting him up for that peak, right? He had through his own flash, went into his own peak. It was an entirely self-sufficient 3K. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be quite a heavy commitment directly towards the A bomb site early on here. Kersey's going to be under pressure. And he's going to miss that opening shot. Insignia walks through the smoke. Rez is gone.
Come on, Kersey. We've got to see something now. It's all on you.
It's all on Kersey in the bomb site. And he's gone. So Blitz just pushes forward. Quick flash from Insignia, putting the AWPer under pressure. Walking through the archers. ZTR needing to take a risk if he's going to win this one.
He's going to need a miracle, Adam. We'll see what he can do. But HE, AK, position given up. And gone, taken away.
Right, so that's 9-2. MongolZ right back to winning ways after losing a follow-up round there.
It's looking out of their depth here. High fives can only do so much. See whether they can actually make a bit of a dent here in the final round. 9-3 is the best they can hope for, but whether it happens is yet to be seen. This is not looking good. They have got the full buy. Kersey 5 and 10. I know I'm talking about him a lot, but he is like the new player brought in and hasn't had a great season. haven't really seen the Orb too much in that first map, and it's just like against 9-10, who's absolutely devouring you across the board in both maps. He needs to step up. It's really a difficult prospect.
9-10 once again, great opening kill on Towson. Red's able to follow up in behind the sandbags, and he actually got a double kill out of that somehow, some way. Blitz making sure that it is just a double though. And it's a 3v3 as the Mongols looking for a 10-2 half on Inferno. We talked about against Vitality, they had 10 CT rounds. Against GamerLegion, just a few days later, they're about to have 10 T rounds. This is a team with strength on both sides.
Ouch.
And they are looking to eliminate GamerLegion in the not too distant future.
Oh, Mzinho's heard Kersey towards library as well. So you can send in a player through the apartments here with the bomb. You've got utility to fend him off. Blitz has got the smoke. So Kersey, once again, down to you. And like I said, the bomb going through apps, I'm just not sure you can do anything about it. They'll smoke Moto from said apps. And then, yeah, what are you supposed to do now? He gave up the A bomb site. C4 planted.
Yeah, you're locked out here. This is... Obviously, you have to give it a go last round, but I don't think you're getting much further than Techno. There's AK primed and ready. They're going to set up their final stats here. Flashes going in. Blitz winning in the bomb site. Zinho pinned in the corner. What a half he's had, but he's gone. Ztron clears him out from the bomb site, and Techno very quick to hunt on in. It will be a 10-2 half from the Mongols. They're on the precipice of eliminating GamerLegion, and this half was all spearheaded by the Mongolian Quiet Killer.
This land is calling.
Welcome back to the Esports World Cup. It doesn't look like GamerLegion will be with us for much longer, Henry. It looks like it's about to be a very quick 2-0 in favor of the Mongols.
Yeah, it's been a bloodbath. I wish I could put it in a more comfortable manner, but overall it's just been 9-10. Mzinho especially just absolutely owning them in every single facet of the game. There's not much to report. GamerLegion have 2 rounds to their name. I guess... Oh, okay. I was about to say, maybe they get the pistol. Maybe there's a chance, but it hasn't started well. We are going to see the opening frag from Senzu. 1 bullet, 1 frag. Towson sent for an early shower here. And it is going to be a B finish.
Look what they have to get past to. Techno's Julie's. The clothesline's out. Rez is hung out to dry.
There is still a chance. If you want to pull back now, you can. CT's good. You don't even want to place this. Yeah, get out the choke point. You don't even want to be there. Keep the 5-on-3 going.
And they've settled into it quite comfortably. Minute 10 on the clock. GamerLegion, they've got a smoke and 3 players left.
Flashing themselves.
No.
So they got 2 smokes. They can smoke off into the CT spawn.
I mean, yeah, but you got 3 players committed to the bomb site, right? Those smokes would be effective if you've got a player playing CT or behind coffins, but all 3...
Are they going to go through spawn? Is that the plan? I guess it is.
Well, they're not allowed. Yeah. not allowed to do that. Oh my God, Techno with a second through the CT smoke. The ZTR left. You can't even get the bullet to land here on Senzu. No, the lights out. Oh my God, they're being embarrassed on the stage right now.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going?
This is how we work. This is how we sit down when we're commentating.
They actually give us chairs. A lot of people don't believe that we get chairs, Henry, but we do.
My old back needs it. I can't stand all day. But, yeah, taking his seat, our GamerLegion as well, humbled in the pistol round of the second half. Looks like their short campaign here at EWC. It's coming to a crashing halt. No bomb planted, forced by all the same.
Tech-9s and a Deagle.
Lots of damage inflicted. ZTR getting knifed in the last round. 30 HP to kick off the second. Good smoke down in response, funnels them in towards Arch. They have to go, maybe go through spawn, boys. Got to wrap around the bomb side. He could get a timing. Yeah,
well, the problem is Mzinho's in the pit. What a little beast he is. 9-10, he's taking ZTR, and now they realize A's closed. Let's get through the archway. And Blitz is going to deny that. Likely, it's not clean on the first bullets. Here comes Techno, his turn to get in the mix, and he absolutely will connect on his MP9. Takes a dink on board, finished off, but doesn't really matter. Too many Mongolian players, too many Mongolian rounds, and it looks like they're going to book themselves a spot in the quarterfinals.
Well, at least the weather's nice. You have a couple of days to see the sights.
Sure. That's really... it, I suppose.
Yeah, they just never got going here.
They got the Boulevard, you know, they can check it out. It's like Esports City here.
It is lovely. It's a magnificent setup we've got here at EWC, the Esports City.
Last year, they had Nico's face all over the billboards and all over the skyscrapers.
And now he's playing for Falcons.
Well, could be Esports World Cup champions. Blitz going to be waiting in behind. And the car, it's going to work out perfectly. Another kill through the smoke
and the wall chairs much longer at him. Might have to stand up.
You're right. Get the knees stretched out here.
Okay.
Dink on board of Towson, but he just barrels through that smoke.
It's a B finish. Looking likely. Good shot from Rez. Okay.
That was a really good shot.
That was lovely.
Stylish from Rez.
Might as well go in now. Good flashbang though. Lips be using it. He actually traps himself somewhat.
And Kersey, back of the pack, gets removed by Blitz's bullets. Towson hopping along, getting into the elevated position just above Dark. Now, there will be a retake attempt coming in from the Mongols. It's now arriving. No kits available, unless my eyes deceive me. So I'll have to move quite quickly or call the save. I think they're starting to back off right now. So another round being played here. Unless they just go with the last-ditch effort right now. Give it a good go. Rez does well from Dark. Sending bullets in. Maybe you can eliminate them. You just take everything away from them. Make it very expensive. And even going into the next round, you can't win the round here. The kit was down in the open, but regardless, not even enough time if they had collected that. It will be a third round win for GamerLegion. They lose everybody, and so their money is in a tough spot again coming into this next one.
Yeah, money's going to be tight for the Mongols, though, as well. So not the quick game, the quick finish they were necessarily looking for. Comes down to Rez and his fantastic Tech 9 to step up and show us what he's made of. That was the shot that really secured the round here. It comes down to the 1 versus 1, but not enough time left to defuse. We might see a tactical timeout. Time will tell, but it's going to be the force buy all the same coming from MongolZ. 12-3. They enter with 3 M4s, a Desert Eagle for Senzu, and an MP9 for Techno. Money, as mentioned, pretty tight on either side. They're pretty equal in terms of buys here. Still a very good chance that the MongolZ close things out right here and right now. Knocking out GamerLegion, just to reiterate one final time, 16-team elimination bracket here.
Blitz peeks out from CT. It's going to be Runs on the double back. Blitz and Techno both going down, and Senzu off the coffins, off the Ripper. He's got 2 with a Deagle, finally taken out by Rez. But there's always a shot when Senzu's got a Deagle. And maybe, just maybe, his hard work is enough for the MongolZ to knock out GamerLegion here and now. Going through, bomb plant denied, and CTR with everything to do.
Oh, no.
And look who it is, the quiet killer with his final move. It is the MongolZ to knock out GamerLegion here in Riyadh. The Esports World Cup comes to a crashing halt for GamerLegion, and the MongolZ march into the quarterfinals.
Well, what can you say about that one? Clean and clinical there from the MongolZ. Didn't even have to break a sweat. No one really got going for GamerLegion at all. Rez had the most impactful